We can stack data frames vertically using append, and we can stack data frames vertically or horizontally using concat. Concat is also able to align data frames cleverly with respect to their indexes. However, very often we need to combine data frames either along multiple columns or along columns other than the index. This is the world of merging pandas data frames. To be clear, merge extends concat with the ability to align rows using multiple columns. To demonstrate, let's load a small data frame population with 5 rows and 2 columns, zip code and 2010 census population. This data comes from the state of Pennsylvania from the 2010 census. The index is a range of integers from 0 to 4. The longer data frame cities has 15 rows and 3 columns, zip code, city, and state. The state column is uniformly the string PA for Pennsylvania, and again, the default index is an integer range. What we want to do is merge these two data frames into one, linking city names and populations to a given zip code. That is, we want to combine the data frames and do so aligning the zip code column. We do this with the pd.merge function. This computes a merge on all columns that occur in both data frames. In this case, this is only the zip code column. What this means is that for any row in which the zip code entry in cities matches a row in population, a new row is made in the merged data frame. That new row contains the row from population with the other columns from the corresponding row in cities appended. Thus, the merged data frame looks like population with other columns from cities on the right. This is, by default, an inner join, as we saw previously. It is an inner join because it glues together only rows that match in the joining column of both data frames. Let's try again using the top 5 bronze and gold medal-winning countries from the Summer Olympics. Both data frames have 3 columns, the country code NOC, the country name, and the total number of medals won. By default, merge uses all columns common to both data frames to merge. That is, the rows of the merged data frame consist of all rows where the NOC, country, and totals columns are identical in both data frames bronze and gold. Thus, this merge yields an empty data frame because the total columns never match. Instead, we can choose a particular column to merge on, NOC in this case. This means matches are sought only in the NOC column. Remaining columns are appended to the right. The column labels are modified with the suffixes _x and _y to indicate their origin, x for the first argument to merge and y for the second, bronze and gold in this case. Observe the columns country _x and country _y are identical. To eliminate the redundant country column, use on equals NOC, country to merge on both of those columns. This is where merging extends concatenation in allowing matching on multiple columns. The result has only one column for country. The total columns still have suffixes _x and _y to indicate their origin. We can tailor column labels with the argument suffixes. This replaces the suffixes _x and _y with whatever custom names we choose. Thus, we now have a much tidier table without redundant columns and with the totals labeled appropriately. Merging works well when the column labels match. Let's figure out what to do when they don't. We load a data frame counties that we want to merge with our data frame cities from before. The column city name in counties has a few similar entries to the column city from cities, even though their column labels differ. As the labels differ, we have to declare which columns to merge on. Specifically, we look for matches in city name from the left data frame counties and city from the right data frame cities. Notice both columns are retained in the merged data frame. Switching the order of the left and right data frames in the call to merge yields a permuted data frame. That is, the order of the rows and columns are different, but the content is the same. This is a lot to absorb for now. Try merging some data frames using column values in the exercises.